Hello, guys and gals. Welcome to a fine, nice, holy Sunday, ladies and gentlemen, where we go to the unholiest part of the internet. Yes, it's Deep Web Browsing Sunday. Now, I've decided to. I recorded this like a while ago. Okay, I'm actually speaking in pre-mood to speak right now. Okay, intros definitely failed at least 4 times filming this. But, ladies and gentlemen, obviously, this is a Sunday. We're going to be releasing this on a Sunday. And next Sunday, it's going to be more Deep Web. And then it's just something that, it's going to be back every Sunday. In fact, why is it back every Sunday? Well, ladies and gentlemen, like the internet, if you let it simmer for a little bit, there's a whole bunch of new stuff to explore. So I really feel like actually per week we have a lot of deep web fun content to be looking at that is actually not the same old, spooky Hitman website every so often. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, it's going to be a longer video, but, sit back, relax, grab your hot beverage of choice, enjoy the holiest of Sundays, and let's get into our first weird part of the dark web. I love human meat, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh. Are you guys, are you a cannibal? Do you guys like eating human beings? If the answer to that is no, congratulations, you are not breaking the law. For those with taste, okay, so sources. So first off, I feel like I'm not even in like the home directory over here. I just got to go to the home directory, but let's read the sources. We collect our meat mainly from morgues. We won't tell you which countries, but we can say road accidents are our guilty pleasures. Death is not like... it's like, there's like one of those websites you go to the first time, like some journalist like looking at this is like, oh my God, I touched the deep web in the first 5 minutes. I found a cannibal website. I guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen, if you give your money to these people, I think it might also be a crime, maybe, I think, to like knowingly give money to like cannibal like providers. But also I guarantee you 1,000,000% this is a scam. Guarantees all of our products are found and verified by some professional. Medical examiner, med students, thanatopractors. Okay, what is a thanatopractor? I gotta look at this one. Hold on. Thanatopractor. That doesn't even sound real, dude. That doesn't sound real. Here, hold on. Let's find it. What does it do? When a loved one died, take them to a morgue, blah, blah, blah. The remains are taken care of by professionals. These are thanatopractors. It is important to know that the functions... Okay, so the preservation of a dead body. All right, fair enough. Morality. As a passionate people, we think everyone should taste human once in his or her life because it's yourself. It's knowledge. We deeply think eating human is not... So I guess it's not bad, I guess, to eat a human being as long... Eating people is bad, dude, okay? It's not even a... Why? Okay, so, I don't know why, my synapses just fired off. I remember reading, like... I think it was like firemen that said like anytime they walked in like a burning building with like actual burning human flesh, there was a smell that they said it smelled like bacon. It smelled like actual like pork, so to speak. And somehow it's, I don't know why, but it's like that's the thing that kind of like hit me a little bit just thinking about it. I feel like if you want to taste human being, right? Like, isn't the closest analog to that like pork? Like if you can eat pork, like provided you're not like restricted dietarily. If that's what it smells like, I imagine that's what it might taste like, okay? You don't have to eat a human being, but I guess the morality is like, if they're already dead, you might as well. like what's the harm? Just be a little vulture, if you will. All right, let's go see the catalog. So, if you want 150 grams of regular meat, I don't know what the fuck noble meat is. What is it, like aged Wagyu human? Okay. God, dude. Meat basic, $400. Okay, no thank you. $700 for meat tasty. So what? You pay $400 for dog shit like prison grade human, and then you pay $700 for tasty human. All right, $1,000 for the meat deluxe extravaganza. Okay, the double edition remix, if you will. Now, if you want a heart and brain, which is basic organs, that's $4.49. Which yeah, I don't know what the prices are for like cannibals. Please, cannibals in the comment section, tell me like what makes logical sense in the price pool for this. You got organ tasty, deluxe, mixed basic. So you get a little mixture action. Okay, you get a little bit of the heart, brain, noble meat, and regular meat. You know, like honestly, if it wasn't against YouTube's TOS, like that, like honestly, like the mixed basic, like you just get like the butcher box sampler platter of all of it. All right, let's see what the order page here looks like. Maybe they can guide me through here. Okay, so first off, you want to choose your pack. Okay, so all right, let's go for that mixed basic, I guess. Oh, you want me to give you my personal email? Yeah, it's go fuck yourself silly, if I can even spell silly right, at yahoo.com. I think the most unrealistic part of that email might be the fact that I'm using Yahoo. Select your country. Oh yeah, let's I mean, fuck it, it's a scam. You might as well just send it to like St. Lucia, for crying out loud. I don't know where that is. State, I don't know, Orlando? No, that's a city. Florida. Floridoa, yes. Street address, 123 Fake Avenue. City, Orlando. Zip code? What's a Floridian zip code? I know, it's a fucking 90210. I know that's not a Florida one. Oh, you want my name? You want my name too? Sure, man. Max headroom. How about that? Now, of course, it goes without saying, if you're stupid enough to provide them your address, your name, your email, and a federal agent shows up and puts handcuffs on you for giving money to these people, or you just get scammed, I have no sympathy. To be honest, I'm just gonna laugh. Okay, I'm gonna be like, I think most people probably will, but let's throw that order down there. You'll still be able to rectify an order. So I gotta pay an amount of $3.9. Okay, but how do I pay you the amount? Yes. Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. They gave me a Bitcoin address? All right, let's take this Bitcoin address and see just how effective the scam was, provided it's not like a fresh BTC account, which I don't think these people go through the fucking effort for it. Now, thankfully, it doesn't seem like anybody has been stupid enough to give these people money. Now, granted, this could be like a fresh address, if anything. Like, they could have just generated me like a fresh Bitcoin address. But based on this one, thankfully, no person has proven themselves to be so fucking stupid that they've caused this. But I guess the best thing that I can do is probably go through the order page again and see maybe if the actual page is different. So blah blah blah, yahoo.com, select country, Botswana, blah 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 blah, 1 2 3 4 5, and order, and just see like if they generate like a brand new address. Oh wow, you need at least 8 address. Okay, fucking street, I guess. Ooh. I got some basic checks and balances here. Yeah, it's actually the same address, so thankfully it's just like a joke. Thankfully nobody's stupid enough has fallen for it, but here it is. No registration, no tracks. Yeah, no tracks as you provide them your address, of course. Delivery is in refrigerator transport, identify merchandise. All our products are sent carefully frozen. No customs can identify them. Man, you gotta be the world shittiest. These guys are the craziest smugglers in the world. They're dealing with like just a massive issue in the import export regulatory industry where they're not getting this right. So what is this? To learn and remember how to preserve our precious products. Remember that humans and pigs share 98% of their genome? No way. That's not true. Thankfully, with my local AI, I can at least ask it, do humans and pigs share 98% of their genome? That just seems like complete bullshit, and I think it is. But the claim that is not entirely accurate. It's a bit misleading. Early comparisons focused on protein-coding genes suggested a similarity of around 98% of the genes for life and tend to be conserved across. Okay, so basically we have similar things that all species seem to have when comparing their entire genome, including non-coding regions, which make up a significant portion of DNA and have various regulatory roles. The similarity drops considerably. The most recent and comprehensive analysis puts the similarity closer to 70 to 80%. Even saying 70 to 80% is tricky. It doesn't mean that 70 to 80% of exact DNA sequence is identical. It just means that a large portion of DNA has evolutionary relationships and similarities when considering factors. Okay. So yeah, it seems like that's bullshit, and it's even provided some actual sources over here for anybody to read. Thank God for local AI, man. I can just have my privacy, have my cake, and it fucking works faster than even Chat GPT. So yeah, is this a scam? Absolutely. Is it lying? Abso-goddamn-lutely. And should you be dumb enough to send money to this? No. But I think that's enough time on the actual Cannibal website. Let's go somewhere else. Ooh, the Terrestrial Observation Center classified. Ladies and gentlemen, aliens. This is part of the dark web that I just love. Okay, especially when a website just looks so just good. All right, anyways, warning, unauthorized entry prohibited. This area is restricted. Authorized personnel only. Dude, it's like SCP, bro. They're in here. By entering the zone, you acknowledge that you are a verified and approved agent of MIPTOC. Any unauthorized access or disclosure of classified information will be subject to disciplinary action. Ooh, kinky. Well, let's sign up, okay? So here it is. We're actually in the sign up here. So MIPTOC is an elite shadow organization focused on the investigation of UFO phenomena. We actively seek highly detailed UFO information to assess its potential for reverse engineering. Our dedicated agents conduct meticulous research, investigating and analyzing UFO sightings, and uncover valuable insights. You know, I wish this was the kind of website that people came out to on the dark web. They're like, I went onto the deep web for 5 minutes and I found a bunch of alien-like UFO researchers. Maybe LARPers, who knows? A strong interest and belief in the existence of... Okay, so this is what I need. This is the qualification. So I need interest in the paranormal and extraterrestrial phenomena. So I do believe in aliens. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't believe in the ghosts. Even though, like... I don't know. I mean, like, from a religious perspective, I probably should believe in, like, you know, things from the afterlife. But I'm very skeptical, like... You know, if I walk into a dark, like a building or something where, like, people say it's haunted, I'll be honest, I'm not ever actually afraid of, like, ghosts. I am afraid of crackheads. Like, the realistic shit, you know? But I don't think that, like, ghosts are necessarily a thing. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, prove me wrong, right? Like, I'm always open to new information. But demonstrated ability to analyze different excellent observation and problem-solving skills, strong communication, proven capability. You know, I just want to read it. If I have all of these requirements, do I want to proceed? Well, yes, I do. Absolutely. So immediately after, like, signing in, I am a UFO researcher. So there appears to be, like, literally nobody on here, okay? This is a very dead board. Maybe it's, like, entirely new. But they've got a bunch of boards here where they've got, like, their break rooms. They've got agent roster. They've got tasks and objectives and orientation. They've got logbooks, regional declassified documentation, which is kind of where I want to actually go to. Let's open up some of the declassified shit. So over here, they've got the break room, and it seems like there's literally only one agent. And this agent has basically been talking to themselves for months now. Oh my God. We're on, like, the deadest board in the world. That's so crazy. Look at this. Like, there's literally not a fucking soul replying to it. All of these views, I imagine, these are the magical F5 views, if anything. And, yeah, I mean, it's aliens among us. I want to believe. What is the break room? Okay, so I want to believe, right? Like, I want to believe the aliens. Shit, I need to be a verified. Thought I was signed in. All right, so here we are. We're actually in a dream come true. So this is Agent Q01, who's the MIB director, okay? The Men in Black director, the man behind it. And so they joined actually in 2023. So this is not like a board that was made in like a couple months. This has got some history to it. So obviously this is a dream come true, and a man being tractor beamed into an alien saucer, so to speak. And yeah, that's the image that is provided. In fact, there's only one agent browsing, and that agent is in fact yours truly. My idea of the perfect UFO. It reminds me of like I think it was like Charlie a couple weeks ago. I think he made a video on like Alien. It was like this ball that like was captured on r/UFO. Like I even like talked about it too. It was like just the goofiest shit in the world. And I think it was like somebody took like a balloon and like I think they just like had it float around, like they attached like a balloon to a drone and just had it like float around, or like that's how you could like recreate that footage. Yeah, the sphere UFO is pretty common now. Okay, there's a lot of people that want to see the floating ball UFO. Now I don't know how this works without like any futuristic anti-gravity tech, but it's also boring. Like, how do you think this is a great design? It's a fucking ball, bro. All right, like it's a ball. You know what I think would be a great alien UFO? No joke. The Corvette class cruisers from Halo. I think that would be the best design. Okay, like at least make it look like the Von Braun or or Citadel Station, even, right? Like something cool. A ball? You got to be the most unimaginative fuck if that's what you're excited about. Okay, just saying. So here's some AI generated Sloppenstein. Waiting for disclosure, like alien in a top hat in front of Area 51. Oh, this makes me want to die, dude. Oh, look at the alien looking at you, just watching you from the. Why do all aliens look like that? It's so weird. Like you would think, like with the diversity that human beings have, right? Like you've got white people, black people, Indian people, Asian people. You've got Hispanic people. You got so many different varieties of human beings, right? We got like 43 different flavors of human beings to fuck with. But like, all the aliens look like these gray, hairless. That also, like, here's the thing. I believe in extraterrestrials, but at least if you're gonna like, how can you believe in extraterrestrials but not believe in like even slight genetic diversity? If they made it that far, they probably are unironically a more diverse species than human beings, It's like, I think it's just very xenophobic to think all aliens look the same. Like, that's so xenophobic, it's not even funny. And you know what? I can't tolerate any xenophobia on my channel, alright? That's just not happening. This is insanity. Now, as far as their actual declassified documentation, ladies and gentlemen, they actually do not have a lot of documentation for aliens, right? Unfortunately, some of them are like YouTube links. Some actual like documentaries they link to just don't exist, probably because they got taken down for maybe a TOS violation. But yeah, this is the MIB-TOC, an online, I want to say, schizo group of researchers that look into alien shit. And you know what? I think it's awesome. I really do support these people in every way. Because here's the thing, right? Like, at least they're having fun researching aliens. And you know what? Honestly, the day we get first contact or something in here ends up being right, then we all owe these guys an apology. In fact, we owe every alien researcher the biggest apology. And I don't want to put myself into a situation like that where I have to, believe. You know what? Here's the thing. If they provide something that is of substantial evidence, I will be the first believer. Simple as that. Anytime new information comes out, if you're not willing to realign your beliefs or update your beliefs, you're not even a human being. Then you're a fucking NPC. So yeah, you know what? If they're right, they're right. If they're wrong, then they're wrong. Like I guess so far everyone has been. All right, simple as that. But that said, let's go to the next site. Oh, hell yeah. I love coming across videos of women that have been duct taped in a dark room. That's a wild clip that you can dig out of this video, that's for sure. Now, ladies and gentlemen, something that I like about the old dark web is coming across some of the stupidest like videos possible. Sometimes you come across like art projects, but this is a little scary, because immediately I'm thinking, am I looking at a kidnap victim? Jesus Christ, hit play. Okay, so we got some hearts in the corner. We've got, okay, that's Periscope. That's Periscope. That's, if you don't remember Periscope, it used to be a live streaming platform. I think it was owned by Twitter at the time, or X now. And I don't even think it's really active, but it used to be a platform that you could just flip on your phone, the live stream. So this is, immediately I can tell it's like Periscope. Now the account behind it, Debunking. Okay, all right, let's hit play here. Okay, so we got a bunch of Cyrillic written. We got a bunch of Russian, it seems. A lot of people are hearting this. And this lady just seems to have like a timer on her. So 3 hours, 22 minutes, and 2 seconds. And, whoa, some of the chat is insane. They're like, I hope she gets... Yee. Yikes, that's actually gross. Oh, wait, hold on. This isn't even the whole footage. Okay, so we end up getting cut over here, right? So, do you like good passing on your mediocentrio? Messi over Ronaldo. I don't even know what the Russian says over here. But yes, she appears to just be sitting alone by herself. She looks like a kidnapped person. Now, this is the thing about this story, is like immediately I'll tell you right now, there's a great deconstruction of this, and it's not by me. I do remember it's actually by Rainbot, actually. In fact, let me dig out her video real quickly for it. So for anybody that doesn't know Rainbot, she is a horror YouTuber on the internet. Very, very good person. She actually just uploaded like exploring the House of Mirrors Japanese mini mockumentary. Okay, so she's been really locked into the mockumentary grind right here. Good job on her, man. She is a fun horror soul. Okay, very variety horror person. But she uploaded a video, and this is back in like 2017. Female hostage on YouTube Live and Periscope explained. Time girl. I didn't know that she had a name actually. So there's a bunch of like 4chan posts actually over here, for instance, right? Where like people were asking questions to the girl, and I guess she was like giving yes or no answers. So in the stream, it was like, is this a game? No. Is there a bomb? Yes. Are you in Moscow? Yes. Did someone kidnap you? Yes. From the street? No. From your house? Yes. So again, the reality of this is that like obviously this appeared to be like an actress for this entire like this situation, and she has like basically the whole footage, like not the whole footage, but she has most of what's important on her channel where she actually actively speaks about this. And from what it seems, like even the girl ended up like posting a video about it later on like what appeared to be like this Facebook group, Black Elephant. Disclosure of the main mysteries of yesterday. And it's just like the girl with the timer. So clearly the 23,000 people that were like fucking scared shitless of what they were seeing on screen, rightfully so, actually ended up getting like some relief out of it. So no, I don't think this is like a female hostage. In fact, far from it. But I remember when this was happening, because I did actually like hear about this footage all the way back in 2017. This is forever ago in internet time. But yeah, this was like one of those things where it kind of showed up. Like there was like maybe a thread on 4chan. Let me see if I can even like find it actually. So yeah, this is like the actual 4chan post that was actually made over here. So girl tied to chair on Periscope. This is 29th May 2017. And this one user gives like a YouTube link where they downloaded some of the streams actually free to watch, which aren't unfortunately available anymore. So I will be dumping all the pics, come together to find out what I think it is out of these. It's a genuine kidnapping, it's an advertising, it's an ARG, or it's some edgy friends trying to look cool on Russian forums. And obviously, it's, well, clearly it was a hoax. It was a social experiment, I guess is that's what we used to say back in the day, right? 2017. But one user says, like, if it's real, she blew up Russian state TV is covering it. And yeah, so right over here, they actually gave him a new WebM share, which, fuck, man, unfortunately, that's not even a lot. That's not even here, too. God damn. It's like, all of this is just lost media. But yeah, I think this is like how I knew about it at the time, too, because it's just like, you know, anytime like something kicks off on X, you know, anytime like anytime like a thread gets more than like 50 replies, I'm always like, all right. Let me lock in and see if it makes some sense here. Let me see what's going on over on the old X. But yeah, this is all a hoax. Obviously, Rainbot has a pretty good video on it. You should check it out. But yeah, it's a kind of a blast from the past, if you will. Let's go somewhere else. There is no reality, only chaos. Through chaos, energy becomes will. Through will, truth becomes illusion. Through illusion, matters become thought. Through thought, we become God. Galdrux shall lead us to chaos. All right, boys, this is just a special type of unhinged. Actually, I got like cables everywhere. Not good. But let's actually open up this page here. Let's go to Galdrux is the first multiversal cult of the planet. We are the heralds of a new era of weird and bizarre cults that will take over the world in years to come. Better move aside, Scientology. You've got a new job in place. The path to Galdrix is an endless corridor. Not even gods can reach the end. Galdrix is the unknowable theos, paratheos, God beyond God. It may have many parasemantic names, synonyms of chaos created through paraxenic neologisms. I'm just nowhere intelligent enough to understand this shit, let me tell you. I'm just a fat Indian computer guy on the internet. I'm not smart enough to know God. But yeah, over here they've got like actual YouTube links. So the Angel of Chaos, Galdruxian Supremacy. Okay, let's watch the let's look. I mean, let's look at it. Okay, let's watch it. So 7 months ago, this is shared to 2.8 thousand views. What a banger, if you will. And that is, in fact, the video right over here. Does dude, I love the text to speech bullshit that they fucking throw, dude. Oh, god damn. Okay, let's open up the actual website over here. So this is sorry, the YouTube channel. This is Dadolo Sesimo Captuv Lorek. So yeah, just damn, this guy's active. What? 6 months ago, they were just like, no, wait, I gotta see. This is it's like AI slop. Rendora, dude, it's like AI slop interviews. What the fuck? What are we watching, bro? Oh my god. This is like unknown, like 700 subscribers over here. And then like, hold on. 6 months ago. Then you had 1 month ago over here. This is not AI slop. This is like actually, it's like a human being like doing an unboxing. And then of course, like, they got like a podcast over here too. They've got like, just more AI stuff. They're wearing propane canisters on their head. Dude, I swear to God, I think I love this site. So this is the website over here. Art, anti-art, post-art, pataphysics. I love it, dude. This is just unhinged. So, okay, first things first, the views over here, they're actually not too bad. Like 42,000 views on a thread. It's not bad here. So let's go check into it, okay? What is Operation Mindfuck? Well, let's go to Operation Mindfuck. A lot of these threads are written by one person, Vudov Hoax, who I believe actually probably just runs the whole site. Well, let's see what Operation Mindfuck is. All right, let's have our minds blown. Right, let's get this done. Now, of course, let's open up other ones like System of the World. What is Operation Distance? I got so many operations here, dude. We might need to call the Operation Distance, Dataplex Intersigil Techno. God damn, dude. That's so insane. We live in a frighteningly liminal times, increasingly cut off from our familiar ways of the past and facing a future few people can truly prepare for. The exponential advances of human technology we are living through will soon escape humanity's control. I am, of course, referring to AI. Already, AI is designing the next generation of microchips better and faster than we can. Deep Coder, a joint project, is perfecting AI that can write code to make better AI. He's actually, like, not wrong. This is kind of like it sounds almost like a doomer take, but, like, yeah, I mean, like, honestly, like, as much as you want to hate things like AI, bro, it's good luck escaping things like artificial intelligence. It's just so popularized at this point that trying to run away from anything like AI related shit is it's almost impossible. Like, it really is. So you have to find ways to kind of adapt. Simple as that. I've kind of talked about it even with like the Mr. Beast stuff, right? With like the thumbnail tool, which I think I want to do a follow-up because Mr. Beast even like reached out to me and like, alleviated some of the concerns I had. But it's a little deeper than that because for one, I think a lot of people don't understand what AI actually is in today's current context. And the other thing is like, obviously, this is a tool that's training on the stuff that we create to replace us. And if people don't really see the horror in that, I don't know what the hell to tell you guys, right? So, however, a counterinsurgency of sort already exists, and not in some anti-tech Luddite fashion. Futurists, prophets, and weirdo Discordians, Discordians, that's what It's a fun way. Have been preparing ways to tip the scales in our favor for years. Initiatives like Let's Code Tyler seeks to beat the corporations and the militaries to the singularity punch. And we certainly want an entity free from any starting parameters that might impose. Others of us are looking into the past, the emergence of whatever it is, and considering the environment, it and we will find ourselves. And that, my friends, is the hashtag Dataplex. So this is the current state of the Dataplex. You've got like, what the fuck, dude? Oh man, I'm so glad I don't do drugs. Because if I was tripping right now, I'd be gone. So you've got like some Leonardo DiCaprio memes. You've got the Dataplex Ouroboros. Like a lot of it just feels like just, it feels like I'm like actually reading schizophrenia, right? So here's Operation Mindfuck. Does society seem boring, dull, unimaginative, and perhaps even nightmarishly conformist? Do you ever feel as though the universe is one big sick joke? Yeah, sometimes I do. Can you see the F-Nords? You're not alone, unless you are. Greetings, fellow mutants, weirdos, rebels, vagabonds, quantum schizophrenics, activists, inactivists, slackers, ragamuffins, hyper-surrealists, zen architects, petaphysicians, subgenii, and ne'er-do-wells, and welcome to your initiation into Discordianism. Okay, so Discordianism isn't just Discord, it's like a cult almost. So what are you talking about? I'm talking about chaos, I'm talking about discord, I'm talking about the end of civilized monotony, and the beginning of a glorious descent into madness. Okay. Chaos has many meanings, but in this case it means the primal, disordered nothing from which any and everything may spring. An existence which contains within itself all possibility. All original thought springs from this chaos, and as such all the works of man are inherently spawned from this one source. Eris is the goddess of chaos, and the goddess of all creation. Her will be done. Unfortunately, there are those who wish to seek to impede the works of holy chaos. So who's creating order? You are, you bastard, along with everyone else. You are still following your cultural norms. Normalcy is stagnation, safe but boring, and eventually fatal to unfortunate fish swimming in the stagnant sewer of thought. So what can you do? Rise up! Or lie down, or hop around on one leg, and slapping your buttocks. Just do something, anything, to break through the oppressive social norms which you erect around yourself. Lie on the ground in the middle of the subway. Wear a chicken outfit to KFC. Bring ham to Passover. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is goofy, dude. This is wild as shit. I love this site, bro. This is crazy. It's just all like it's all nutters. It's all people that are nutter butters. Okay, that's what it is. It's a site of nutter butters. Now I'm gonna chalk this up to like an art project. I really think with like YouTube and everything, it's just an art project. It's like a group of people that are just coming together to upload some chaotic shit onto the internet and call it a day. And you know, that's what I'm gonna call it, man. I mean, I think like, you know, if you're somebody that like wants to get a kind of fringe religion, you know, maybe you want to get a religion with a little bit more pep in its step. You know, hey man, nothing here seems like they're sacrificing human beings or eating fucking babies or something. It seems like they're, you know, they might be a little kooky, but then again, who isn't? You know, if you're in the market for a religion that, if any of this appeals to you, then maybe this is the faith you must pick for yourself, young Padawan. But I know that this is a little too fringe, even for me. So I'm going to back out of this and go somewhere, hopefully, less schizophrenic. Helicopterian Constitution. The American Constitution 2.0, ladies and gentlemen. Let us go. All right, so this is the Helicopterian Constitutocracy. We're still the same movement with the same rules. Constitutocracy means rule by constitution. Okay, so they've got like a signed PDF file for you to download. But I guess we'll read through a little bit. So Chapter 1, Introduction. The goal of this document is the immediate resuscitation of civilization in case of degeneracy, socialist overspending, or oppressive authoritarianism. The rules are based on what has historically worked, combined with modern science. The rules are overly discriminatory and simplistic. This is because of the nature of this document that is on paper. I just want to start off by also saying I don't want to see a political turf war in the comment section below, okay? Like, this is not the place for it. I'm just somebody that's looking at goofy shit on the internet. And this, I would say, qualifies a little bit of goofy, okay? So what is it? The helicopter is a symbol Often associated with the physical removal of socialists. I don't even know if that's true. Like I've never looked at a helicopter and thought, yeah, let's get rid of those socialists. Chapter 2, Know Your Enemy. The enemy is extremely dangerous. Their ways may seem nonsensical and even self-destructive to you, but this is not the case. I'll give you 2 examples. Artistic subconscious example. Okay, so just keep throwing the nonsense at me. A simple pop culture example is the zombie. A zombie spreads its kind by infecting or killing others. Zombies may appear harmless as they shuffle about. No, they're not. They're spooky and they're scary and they run after you and they eat you off. Okay, that's how it works. Zombies are generally hard or impossible to cure, even though it could theoretically happen. No, no, they're too far gone. It's just, you put them down. Zombies are filled with hatred for anything living. That's why you got to put them down. Okay, simple as that. Zombies worship death. I don't think zombies are capable of worship. I think they're just dead. Zombies are real in a sense. They go by many names. Okay, so examples are socialists, democratic socialists, communists, Muslims. Guess I'm a zombie. Marxists, violent imperialists, feminists, Jews, and Nazis. Jesus Christ. God damn. God damn it, man. So fucking stupid. These are all people that value their own safety, their ego, their domination above all else. To avoid this mentally degraded state in your own mind, see chapter 3. You'll find anything said about zombies applies to these people. They will seem mindlessly... Okay, so I don't want to do any, like, dehumanization of anybody. Yeah, except like Nazis, I guess. I mean, I don't think that you should be against dehumanizing that, but you know, again, rapidly, I do not want to do it. Okay, goddamn. Whether certain human gene codes for parasitism, or if this is simply learned behavior, it's not known in this. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, a parasite will ultimately kill its host, but the host is not the parasite. All right, so they got a whole bunch of interesting rules over here. For instance, let's actually read some of the stuff real quickly. So during each phase of citizenship, you got to pay them like $5, 52, 480. If you can't, you are basically joining the military. You can do unpaid service in the army or police, which seems like a pretty great idea if you want to get like some of the most untrained individuals inside here. So, for instance, feminists that argue for women voting shall be exiled. Jesus Christ. Cute little girls who cannot pay the fee and do not perform services for any reasons must be expelled from the... Oh, this has to be a joke, bro. Come on, dude. Old veterans who cannot pay and do not perform... Bro, they're old. Stop. This is such... Stop. So what, only men could vote? Women can... Jesus. No, dude, that's fucked. Dude, that's crazy. That's... Such a... Who wrote this, man? What in the fuck, dude? This is wild shit. Only male citizens can be appointed... Man, these guys are really afraid by chicks. Jesus Christ. Oh, the age of... Ooh, okay. These people, I think, are predator... Okay, well... Predator detected, opinion discarded. Simple as that. Let's go. Let's see what their land looks like. This is filthy. I'm very much against the helicopterian constitutocracy. God damn. I'm not gonna lie, that shit took the wind out of my sails right there. Disgusting behavior. Disgusting shit to be talking about. But yeah, this is like an entire... Now I can see why this is on the dark web. So the constitutocracy is the only nation in the world that let you buy land tax-free, free of property taxes, and even pay anonymously using cryptocurrency. Furthermore, our communities will allow you to do whatever you want with your property with no worries about zoning or such a concept even existing as long as you do not harm others. Because of our innovative and classically liberal constitution, we can offer both normal helicopterian land as well as an example for white nationalist land area. Jesus, classically liberal. It's like a flashbang here. No matter your choice, our anti-feminist and anti-socialist policies make any helicopterian constitutocracy land ideal for either tax-free business or for raising a family in a healthy environment. Our current land is in so-called intentional communities, or what we call Phase 2. If you're not familiar with it, the concept is comparable to well-proven Amish or Muslim Sharia communities. where regular laws still technically apply, but we will seek to manage our own affairs. Yeah, because I think like some communities, they have like, and I think this is like for any religious organization. I think Jews have their own like civil courts. Muslims got Sharia. I didn't know the Amish had their own courts, but I guess they do. And I think the logic for that is like for obviously things like divorce or settlements or things that are intertwined, especially family and faith related. You typically go through like a religious court, but and this is the good part. None of the things that those courts decide, from what I understand, are actually ever enforceable by any party. So they're kind of just there as like a you go there to like sort of discuss, especially in pertinence to your faith. But when it comes to actual enforcement, like because it's not a vector of the state, and it shouldn't be, because we have separation of church and state, which is a good thing. They can't enforce stuff. But yeah, that's from what I understand, this is like how they build it. So they've kind of taken like a lot of fringe ideologies and sort of like found a way to patchwork them together into creating like their own constitution. Now I don't know if this like actually exists. Like this is just a dark web website. I don't know if there's like any group that's actually like, living like this somewhere, out in like the middle of nowhere in the United States or anywhere in the world. There's no like photos or images or anything that you can find. But I guess you can join, right? You can apply for citizenship. And in order to seamlessly scale from a small movement to a real independent nation, they have 3 phases. So that means anyone can become a citizen and support us right now. But of course, down the road, I'm sure that's going to change the more sovereign they become. And I imagine if they have like a small little land in like Oklahoma or something where they're like nobody knows about them, and the moment they become like a sizable force, maybe armed, that's when we have the U.S. federal government kind of walk in and maybe do another Waco. Who fucking knows? But yeah, this is like a hella unhinged place. If you're a woman and you want equal rights, I don't think this is a great option for you. I don't think this is a great option for anybody unless you're an actual pedophile, and you're looking to go somewhere where the age of consent is far lower than it should be. I think it's a great point to go. I mean, that's literally one of their documents right over here. So if anybody here says that I'm slandering them, brother, I read your Constitution. Okay, it's a wild piece, so to speak. All right, god damn. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, wild shit. I wish I'd know where they're at, but yeah, man, sometimes you come across the weirdest shit on the dark web. Sometimes it's not really all that scary. Sometimes it is scary, but it's presented in a way where it's funny scary. It's a horror comedy, if you will. Now, if you believe in this, God help you. God really help you. And that, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of dark web browsing. Now, obviously, I'll know the number when I edit it later down the road. But ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed today's video, let me know in the comment section below. We saw a lot of interesting, fun stuff. We came across an entire government that is, totally cool with being predators. Goddamn, that is so scary now. The world is so mask off these days. It's actually wild. We've come across cannibal sites where, apparently they're out there claiming that humans and pigs are 98% related. Thank God for at least some level of basic fact checking. And of course, we've also come across entire movements that are just run by complete schizo nut jobs. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought about this in the comment section below. And if you're still wondering if that, weird kidnapping live stream was real, don't fret. I just want to state for the record, that was in fact a hoax. Seriously, go check out the Rainbot video. It's a great follow-up. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed today's episode. I thought it was actually pretty fun. I thought we saw some of the most disturbing websites. Ugh. The age of consent thing really is. Ugh. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like if you dislike it, I am out.